Hello, my friends, and welcome to Italy, a place to love YouTube channel. So, today I want to show you another property, so the second and the last property that I'm going to show you about Scalea, this town in Calabria Region, Cosenza Province. So, in the very first video, I showed a list of properties in Scalea under 100,000 euro, showing the price market per square meter, the location, and so on. And then I found two properties for sale. One I have already done the video, and this one is the second property that I'm going to show you today for sale in Scalea under 100,000 euro. So, if you like these type of videos, please put like and subscribe. It takes 2 seconds and it doesn't cost anything. All right, so my friends, let's start reading the description of this house. So, we have a picture from outside, then terraced house for sale in via Valeriano de Bonis 38, Baia del Carpino. So Baia del Carpino is the area of Scalea. Scalea has different districts. I will show you later on Google Maps where this area is. So they are asking 82,000 euro per 100,000 for 100 square meters, 4 rooms. Now, here we can already see straight away that we are talking about a house that is already under 1,000 euro per square meter. So we are about 850, 900 euro per square meter. So then let's read the description and let's see. It's not a long description because I see it's repeating twice here, but anyway, let's read. Terraced house located on 2 levels. So it's a it's a terraced house. It's on 2 levels. Commercial surface square meters 100. Floor area 80 square meters. So here I find out that it's 100 square meters. It comprises as well uh, the garden, the outdoor area, composed of, so 80 square meters is the house itself. Then first level, on the first level we have living room, kitchen, bathroom. So that's what we have on the first, let's say, on the ground floor. Then second level, which is the first floor, there is one bed, there are 2 bedrooms, bathroom, and a balcony. Outside courtyard, 80 square meters. Okay, so probably the outside area is 80 square meters. 80 square meters is the house plus the terrace, 20 square meters the terrace. Then the property is equipped with all comfort, in excellent condition, parking space, distance from the sea, it's a short distance, and 2 kilometers from the center of the town. All right, so 2 kilometers from the center of the town, it's not very close, but it's at the same time, it's not very far. So obviously, it's always good to have a car, to have a transport. Um, anyway, so I will show you anyway later the location on Google Maps. Okay, then here it's repeating twice the description of the house. So commercial surface 100 square meters and 80 square meters of outside court. All right, now let's start. Let's go and let's see the pictures of the house. All right, so okay, from this picture we cannot really understand much. Okay, this is the outdoor area, the yard, the courtyard. Now I want to understand if this picture belongs to the same garden. doesn't look like. So anyway, I don't understand the very first picture. Anyway, let's see. Okay, so you see that this gate here, it's not the same gate that we see here. So let's go back. Okay, so probably the house has two entrances, two side entrances. This is one side. Okay, anyway, a lovely outdoor space with a few plants, a few trees. So anyway, a kind of space that can be used anyway during the summer season, during the hot season. Obviously, you're gonna use more the outdoor spaces than the indoor. Okay, then I want to see again. Okay, this is another picture of outside, which probably this is the other entrance. So there are two gates. One is here and one is here. I think this is the main entrance because I also see parking area, parking space in front of the house, which is always good to have parking area. Okay, so here we are into the house. Now, the ground floor, it says it's it's not really big. Anyway, there is one open space for dining and as a living room. Obviously, here the furniture had been disposed in this way, but can always be changed. But just to understand the space. So this is the living room. Anyway, overall the house is in a good condition. The floor is all right. I mean, in the description they said that the house is in a good condition, and by what we see here, anyway, it looks like there's no need of renovation at all. All right, then here we have the stairs leading to the first floor. What else they show here? Okay, so basically we can see there are two entrances door. One is here on the left of the picture, and then if I go back, we can see that here there is another one. And so in both of the entrances there is a private courtyard. One is a backyard and one is a front, let's say front yard, courtyard. Okay, now let's see. Okay, from here we see this arch is probably leading to the kitchen. There is a little corridor here, probably with a storage room and a bathroom on the other side. There are two bathrooms, anyway, in the house. Okay, so this is the dining area, which, for example, I would use in a different way, but anyway, so here we have the kitchen. The kitchen also is in a good condition. It seems like, I mean, it's not very new, but it seems like it had been used not very often. Probably this house was used just as a holiday home. Then we need to understand the market, the house market in this area, because the price per square meter, the average is not very low. So if I go on realadvisor.it, we see that the average price per square meter in Scalea is 1546 euro. As we can see here is in yellow, Scalea, and so we are in between this area. So we are not very cheap, dark green, which is under 500 euro per square meter, and we are not dark red, where is over 1500 euro per square meter. I'd say here it makes an average between apartments and houses, and probably the average is around 1250. That's why we have in yellow, and that's why here in yellow we have in between 1000 and 250. All right, now let's go back to the property. Anyway, what else I noticed is that the windows are in a good condition. So I'd say this type of house, this house, for me, in my opinion, it's not in need of any sort of renovation. Maybe the bathroom has to be a bit renewed, but overall, anyway, it's ready to use. Then obviously, it's always possible to upgrade a house at any level. So anyway, this is the ground floor bathroom. All right, so here we are going to the most interesting part of the house. So what is I mean, this is the terrace on the ground floor, and then we see here that there are a few steps leading to the gate where there's actually the exit. But I think this is the backyard of the house. The main entrance is from the other side because there is the corridor. So this is the type of space that people would use in the area mainly from April until October. You are going to use more often the outdoor area than the indoor. Then, obviously, during the winter, this area is going to be used less, but depends always. You might have lovely days even during the winter. All right, so anyway, lovely space outdoor, quite spacious, so can be used for your relaxing moments, your evenings. So, okay, so another picture of the outdoor space. I see the blinds are in a very good condition. All right, so then, okay, so here we have one bedroom, which is decent, quite spacious, in a good condition, probably with access to a balcony. So this house, this room, this bedroom has a balcony. Overall, again, we are on the first floor here. Then there is the wardrobe. Floor is in a good condition. This is still the same bedroom, so we can't say anything. Doors maybe are not the most brand new, but they're in a good condition. They're not broken. They haven't been smashed. And here we have another double bedroom with a window, this time not with access to the balcony, but is also nice. Now, let's say for a couple, let's say this house is just for a couple without children, so you can use this room, for example, as a studio, as a you can make another type of use, not necessary as a bedroom or maybe an extra living room. So, where you can always have an open sofa bed, a sofa that you can open as a bed in case you have guests. In this house, if you have a sofa bed in the living room, one sofa bed here, you can accommodate even up to six people, for example. Anyway, there are two bathrooms. All right, so here we have another picture of that bedroom, which is okay. Overall, again, everything is in order. Bathrooms are not the most brand new. Also, the door, as we can see, maybe can be replaced. It's not a major cost to upgrade the doors, for example. Obviously, if you are going to work on the tiles and breaking and doing some kind of or put new toilet, new basin, so that obviously would increase. Okay, so probably this is the balcony that we have from the master bedroom. I see here there's a bit of plastering outdoor that has to be, but it's not really an expensive job, obviously to repaint, but that's the minimum to be done. Okay, this is the view from the rear to the rear of the house, which is the master bedroom, because from the other side we have the parking area, which there's not here, but there's still a kind of little lane where it's possible to enter even from the lane here. Then, for example, for the location that Scalea is, and we see this type of roof, I would straight away put solar panels. For example, I would make an investment with solar panels simply to be independent. Okay, so basically here we have the main entrance, and I guess this is the window of the bathroom, and this is the window of the kitchen. Again, overall, plus another little courtyard at the front of the house, which is another extra space where it's possible to do a bit of gardening. Then, all right, so here I see the parking area, so it's possible to park the house. Again, this is a house that is not far from the sea, and that's an extra. Okay, let's watch. Let's have a look at the video that are showing here. Let's have a quick look. Okay, this is from the main entrance. This is the parking area in front of the house. Here we have the kitchen. Okay, washing machine. It's not really big. The kitchen is a kitchenette, let's say. Um, all right, so anyway, the washing machine is in the kitchen. Here we have the bathroom on the ground floor, which is all right, not very big, but there is there is a shower. So everything looks in order. Here we have the open space, living room, dining room. It's not really, it's not very big, but with the right furniture and with the furniture put in the right place, I'd say it's possible to use the space in a better way. All right, then here we have the outdoor area, the backyard. I see the barbecue, obviously for it's an outdoor space, and the swinger we have where we can relax, we can have naps during the summery months. I would use the outdoor for naps. If there is if there is shadow, if there is a shelter, here we it seems like we have some fruit trees. I saw like lemons. Anyway, it's possible to have an outdoor area with lovely plants for people who like gardening. Okay, they're still showing the outdoor area. All right. I don't see the heating system. I have to be honest, I don't see radiators unless they're using the air conditioning system with heating pump. Possibly because, anyway, in many houses here they have heating, and that's even better in case you want to put solar panels. So you're gonna have always electricity, um, and then if you have a surplus, you can put it back on the grid. So interesting. So here we have the bedroom. This is not the master bedroom. It's an interesting house. Obviously, the purpose of this house, let's say, it could be mainly as a holiday home, let's say, um, in case, let's say that for me, the best option can be holiday home or as a rental unit during the summery months. Uh, for example, in Italy, we don't use that much the potential to rent the properties for a longer season. We are not, for me, really using all the potential. Generally, the holiday season in Italy is July and August, and it finishes there. While for me, there is a potential that goes from April till October, plus even from October till April, I would rent, for example, to pensioners who wants to spend 6 months. I would put a very cheap rent in this type of properties, let's say 200-300 euro a month for Northern European or for Americans who would like to spend, for pensioners mainly, who would like to spend, even the winter here is milder for sure than Northern European countries. And because the rents would be not very high, I see this doing in Portugal, in Greece, in Spain, so where they rent the houses even during the wintry months to pensioners. All right, now there's something else I want to read here. Just one second. I didn't read the basic features of the house. Okay, so terrace house, two floors, 100 square meters built, 80 square meters the floor area, four rooms, one bathroom, plot of land, plot anyway, outdoor space 80 square meters, good condition, orientation northwest, built in 1989. Anyway, energy efficiency rating. I'd say here it's convenient if you put solar panels. All right, so I wanted to see if they're showing, for example, when it was listed online, the very first time when it was put on sale, this property. But I see that most of in Italy, they don't tend to show, for example, how long is on for sale. Then here we have other listings similar to this one. This is an interesting one. It looks like it's in need. Lovely outdoor area. It's a pity they're not showing here. Three rooms flat. We are in Praia a Mare, which is another beautiful town to not far from Scalea. All right. Okay. Now here they're not showing anyway when the property was listed for sale. All right, now let's go on Google Maps just to have an idea about where the property is. So we are in Via Valeriano de Bonis 38. Let's see. Via Valeriano de Bonis 38. Let's see where is it showing. So in which part of Scalea we are. All right, so we are in this area. Now it's not showing me the exact location. Okay, here. I think the property is one of these one. Is one of these properties here, one of these houses. I like this location. The previous property that I showed was in this area. And now is in this area. I like it because it's a bit higher, while Scalea mainly is flat. If we see, this is the new part of Scalea, which for me, anyway, here you will find more apartments and not houses. So if you're looking for houses, you might find more in this area here, where this house is, in this one. Here I like because in a walking distance you are very, very close to the sea. And so then it says you can reach the city center in a 2 kilometers. Looks like it's a bit less than 2 kilometers. I'd say it's 1 kilometer, maximum 1 kilometer and a half. Obviously, if we want to reach these beaches. And then here we have some shops, retail, where to buy food. So anyway, a car generally in Italy is always needed. All right, then what else I want to show? Okay, so the areas where technically you might find houses for sale, it's this area here that I showed you before. Here where we see Piano Grande, in this area. This is the old part, which is really inconvenient because the roads are so narrow and it would be even harder to find a parking space in this area. Then we have this new residential area where the prices anyway are higher, and most of these houses are apartments, not houses. And then from the river here, from the Lao River, which I would say a bit away. Anyway, from this area here where we see SS18 down to the river, also here we have kind of houses for sale, but it's very flat this area. I'd rather live in this type of town. I'd rather live where it's a bit of hill. Um, I don't know, simply because it could be a tiny bit more windy in this area. For example, here, if it's very hot and it's flat, you're gonna feel much more the heating. All right, my friends. So anyway, I finished to show you now this property for sale here in Scalea. And then from the following video, I'll go to show you property in another province. Alright, my friends, I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please put like and subscribe, and I'll see you here on Italy A Place to Love YouTube channel. Bye!